Welcome to Spam Filter for Your Brain, bite-sized ponderings on how our thoughts influence our behaviour and our lives, and because we're all connected, how our thoughts impact the world. I'm here to help people reconnect with their bodies and declutter their brains. And I don't believe that we should just magically know how our emotions and our thoughts impact our lives if no one ever teaches us. So let's learn this stuff together. It occurred to me that all this time I've been recording the podcasts and then trying to find the time to make little audiograms for social media. And it occurred to me that I could just record little videos for you. That's what I do for everything else. In a sterling example of brains finding the easiest possible path, my easiest possible path here has been doing things the way that I've always done them. And I thought maybe it might be time for a switch up. Technology changes and so do we. So from now on, when I have space and capacity, the podcasts are going to be little videos I'm going to add up onto YouTube, as well as being available wherever you get your favorite podcast listenings from. So there's a little bit of a change there. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. So this week's podcast, we're working on the idea of where we put ourselves last. Where are we looking at ourselves and deprioritizing our own needs in the hope that someone else is going to notice what we're doing and kind of give us the accolades that we're not giving ourselves? And most of us have been brought up to believe that deprioritizing ourselves, putting ourselves last, putting our own needs on the back burner, making sure that we are the last one to get food, to get a seat, to get a voice in the room, we are the last ones to speak, that those are the kind of things that enable us to become good people. Those are the things that allow us to be liked and cherished, and our brain receives all of that as safe. And rather than deciding whether that's right or wrong, I invite you this week to just get a little bit curious and go, when I put myself last, whose voice encouraged me to do that? Where did I learn that from? And not focusing on the rightness or the wrongness of it, but do I like it? Is it something that I want to continue doing? Is that something that I want to perpetuate in the world, that I want people around me to see is an okay way to treat another human, let alone another way to treat me? Because I have found that there can be a sort of hidden resentment that comes from this level of exhaustion of constantly putting other people first, constantly prioritizing others, leads to this hollow echo of when is my time? Why are you not noticing all the stuff that I'm doing all the time for everybody else? Chronic self-sacrifice leads us to feeling hungry, depleted, and frankly not like ourselves, because we are not showing us any kind of respect. And I'll be guessing that you're probably quite good at a lot of the things that are quite important to you. Kindness, compassion, bravery, courage, putting the awareness of other people's well-being front and center. All of these things are things that are probably quite important to you. And when you're not prioritizing yourself, you're also sending the message out there that those things aren't important either. And even if you think that that isn't something that you specifically want to change right now, this idea of you don't want to be front and center, you don't want to be the first one in the queue for the buffet. Well, I don't know, maybe you're hungry, that's the image that's coming to mind. But if this is something that you see out in the world as often as I do, is it something that you want for the people around you? Is it something that you want for your daughters, your nieces, your sisters, your friends? Do you want them to always be back of the queue? Because we can't have any grand sea change if it leaves you behind. There has to be something that includes all of us, or the whole pattern sort of gets caught and snagged on something. We all need to be treated with the same kind of care and compassion that most of us would hope for other people, and that has to include ourselves. So this week, my very gentle homework that I offer to you, it's a little gift, is where could you practice taking up space? What could that look like for you? What could not always putting yourself right to the back of the queue? What might that look like in your everyday life? Find the smallest possible examples and see what practicing it might feel like in your body. Feel what objections might come up for you. and just notice what could be possible and where change might be a little bit easier in some areas of your life than others. Always here for all the feels that come up. Do feel free to either drop a comment underneath the video, I guess, but also to drop me an email or whatever is going on for you. I'm here to support the stuff that comes up with the ideas and the missives that I send every week. And I look forward to speaking to you next week. If you've been enjoying what you're hearing on the podcast, you will love Self-Care School. Self-Care School is longer versions of this, more in-depth and more personalised. We have a whole hub of courses from body image to boundaries, perfectionism, time management, and a whole range of other topics. You name it, there's probably a course on it. But most importantly, we also have a weekly group coaching call where you get to apply this stuff to your everyday life and get support to try and untangle your own story from some of the emotions that you might not be enjoying in your life. If you would like to learn how to apply this work to your specific situation and to be building a life of your dreams, I would love to see you inside. Do pop over to selfcareschool.co.uk.